Okay, so we back on talking about Stripe again. I was supposed to get into it the last video. I completely got sidetracked. Because there's so many dynamics and different things or whatever, man. It's just so many different elements with things that I just I personally feel like people need to understand because from my personal experience, you know has always been, learning learning a lot of things the hard way on, having an opportunity, but not, qualifying for the opportunity because something that I failed to do or failed to know or failed to realize, so I just try to avoid all those things. So I'm just trying to give you guys not trying to bore you, but I'm just trying to really get you guys to really understand, the full scenario of what I'm talking about, so you can reap the greatest benefit. So now in closing, in the part two, we're gonna get more. We're still talking about working capital or Stripe lines of credit and loans that you can get right inside of your dashboard. Um, there's something that stuck out to me on a whole nother level, and that is once you reach a higher cap with Stripe, put it like this: Stripe, you are able to obtain funding or lines of credit, that are higher than $150,000. So once that happens, that's when Stripe goes, a higher distance to secure, you know, their funding. Put it like that. And what they do is what's a better way? What's a better way of securing your funding than filing a UCC1 financing statement? It's like it's like when and see, I try to give some game. It's like you have to put the pieces of the puzzle together because I'm not going to give I'm gonna give you the sauce. You have to look. When I give you the sauce, that means that it's already pre-cooked, it's on the stove, it's warm. Or it might not, okay, you might have to warm it up a little bit more, right? To prepare it to be served. And you gotta get your own utensils, get your own plate, your own napkins, and you must self-serve. Have at it, especially when it comes to like the real shit, you know, you know, uh, especially dealing with business, money, credit, stuff like that, because we have the tendency. See, I can see if you know if our people took things like to the next level with shit, right? But we tend to, you know, take certain things, run with it, run completely off the cliff, burn every bridge that follows, and every person within, and just mess up a whole situation for everybody because we don't have the patience and we don't have the common sense to do things a certain way. You know, because we still have the mind frame of everything being automatic, fast, here, right now, gotta have it, need me more. And it's just a real thirst and greed factor, right? That really disturbs me. And why I really have stopped really openly speaking the way I really can. Like it's so much stuff that come across my mind or come across my desk on a day-to-day basis every single day. And I'd be like, damn, it just being able to share perspective is golden enough because if you're able to get a perspective or a concept from somebody, it can change your life because it's changing. It alters how you think. And a lot of times we're not doing the things we want to do or living the lives we want to live is because how we're thinking about it or how we perceive it. So our perception is equivalent to our projections. Well, that's at least what stimulates it. And that becomes our reality. So back to the point. Anything over 100, 150,000, they file a UCC on that ass. Right? So let's read that. Let's read to it. So now keep in mind, once your business gets approved for whatever funding, right? You have to there's gonna be a contractual loan offer and security agreement. That's what it's called. There's gonna be a security agreement that's inclusive with your loan contract. So it's all in one, right? It's all in one, meaning the terms, the conditions, everything, and the security agreement, right? So on top of that security agreement, you have your collateral, which is secured by the liening process of your UCC1 or your UCC1 financing statement, right? So now check it here. So now it says, is collateral required to obtain a Stripe Capital loan? In general, no, it does not. But for loans in the amount of 150,000 or less, for good standing. So it's not required for loans that's 150,000 or less. Now for loans over the amount of 150,000 or for delinquent loans. So if you got $50,000 and your shit go delinquent, you don't pay them, they still have the right to go back and place a lien on your company to try to recoup those funds. All right. So they say we might file a UCC1 statement in the state where your business is located to take a security interest in your business assets. We might file a UCC1 financing statement in your state. Why? Because that's the state that the company was incorporated in. So if I'm the lender from Nebraska and you're from Florida, the business is incorporated in Texas, in Florida, I'm gonna file my UCC1 in Florida to take a security interest. Now what did that loan contract have again? A security agreement, meaning you already agreed to allow them to have a security interest, which is also why inside of the loan contract and agreement, outside of the loan, they have also included interest. Do y'all see how this shit work? Now, what is a UCC statement? A UCC statement is a publicly available notice filed by a creditor that secures the creditor's interest in a certain assets of a debtor. Creditors file a UCC1 statement with the Secretary of State where a business debtor is incorporated at the time of the loan was originated. See, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm never gonna spell shit out for you because I spell shit out for you. If you're not getting what I'm saying, that's a personal problem. Because, look, I already got to go through enough to even project information out here into the internet world. I'm already getting banned after banned after banned from network after network after network. You see what I mean? For trying to expose certain things to you guys. So read between the MFing lines, okay? So it says, how do I get a UCC filing released? We have to learn how to properly read things. If we probably can properly read between the lines of what something is actually telling you, that's your education right there. Because everybody's looking for something or somebody tell them a certain thing, right? But if you don't hear what you want to hear, how you want to hear, you're not receiving it. But if you're able to really read between lines, you'll actually have a full understanding of what the hell we even talking about. You'll see it the way it needs to be seen. That's just like in the Karate Kid, the original Karate Kid 1. We got Daniel's son. Daniel's son wants to learn karate because he keep getting his ass whooped in school, right? All right, Mr. Miyagi agrees to train him. First lesson is what? Wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax off. That's it. Wax on and wax off. Daniel's son's like, dude, I came here to learn how to fight. Like, what? Why you have me washing cars and you know, and in your porch and stuff like that? Because until you understand the concept of what, you know what I'm saying? The concept of wax on, wax off. Do this first. Master this. Master the movement. The concept was the movement. Master the movement of wax on, wax off, and then you will naturally know how to apply it in your everyday life. And or at least I can show you. Because now it's becoming a routine behavior now because of the training. Again, it says, how do I get a UCC filing released? So now hold on. After a Stripe Capital filed a UCC finance statement on my business. So after you finish paying off the loan, you can reach out to us with a request to terminate. Request to terminate a UCC 1 filing. After paying off the loan, you can request to terminate the UCC filing. What if I was asked about a UCC lien, but I don't recognize the secure party? Okay, this is very important too. Creditors sometimes, usually all the damn time, actually, especially on the business side, especially on the business side, creditors sometimes use a third party to file and maintain a lien position as a registered agent of the creditor. So they flat out telling you who theirs is. Walters Kluwer is Stripe Capital's third party representative. Thank you very much, y'all. You know, if you're unsure of what creditor the third party is acting on behalf of, we recommend that you contact third party directly. My nigga. We're gonna go ahead and close that out on that. I think let's see. Let's go over minimum requirements first. Now, because I didn't get to go over that on the last video. So minimum requirements, like I said, was I did mention so 6 to 12 months in business, and then they want to so yeah, at least 6 months history with Stripe payment processing. So that means you actually have to process payments. Okay. At least $5,000 processed through the Stripe payment per year, well, within that 6 months, rather. All right. Steady sales value, plenty of different customers, and a growing amount of payments. All right. Yeah, if you guys want to read up on this, man, I'll put it inside the description, man. I got my intended point out on this. Like I said, you guys want to learn more about this, I'll this is a good reference right here as far as how the Stripe Capital works, requirements, pros and cons. You know, this is pretty good right here. So you guys can have at it. All right. I'm not the guy to sit up and read to you guys all day. All right. Peace.